Let's talk about this. Overrated or underrated? The use of spiders in dungeons. Overrated or underrated? I think spiders as a villain in games are underrated. I'm gonna throw that out there. Ooh, and there it comes. We have overrated and underrated. Okay, so let me hear. Wolf, give me your reason. I'm gonna give you my reason here. So the reason I think that spiders are underrated. Spiders have such a good, like, spooky potential, generally speaking, and giant spiders like this are more proof of an amazing concept of just like how terrifying life and nature can be. I love natural enemies. Oh god, timed block. Let's do it. So I think I'm gonna say that I think that spiders are underrated. I think that you don't get enough like main villain spiders. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, like normal ass villain spiders, sure, but like main villain spiders. When was the last time you could remember a main villain spider? You know, most of the time they're like early mid-game monsters. You know, you don't get something like Lolith the Spider Queen from like Dungeons and Dragons very often, and that's a disappointment. Spiders are great. Spiders are great. It's used a lot, and they're now dull and overused. I could understand that. I don't necessarily completely agree with that, but I do understand the perspective on that. Oh, yeah. I would agree that, like, as a cannon fodder enemy, spiders and rats are a bit played. But I still think they're underrated because of their potential use for, like, main villain kind of complex stuff. I think spiders have a very high upside for use in game that is not tapped. And that's, I guess, where I'm coming down on my underrated. However, that might not be the same way everyone looks at underrated, overrated. So, like, yeah, if you don't see it that way, then you'd be like, yeah, overrated as hell. And I would totally agree. I totally agree in that way. This is how it started. What? Oh no. How it's going. Skeletons overrated or underrated? Madly underrated. Skeletons 1000% underrated. Now this is a hill I'm willing to skeleton die on. Skeletons are so underrated. Okay. Skeletons are so adorable and wonderful and cute, and they have the potential to be like everything from terrifying to adorable. And I just think that's great. They look really good with like little monocles and stuff. They can represent the human condition in so many ways. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh god. Ow. Dude's like wrecking me right now. Heal, 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 heal. Heal, heal, heal. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Timed block! Timed block! Yeah, skeletons, that's one of the things that really sold me on Sea of Thieves, generally speaking, was how good skeletons are as a general enemy. I want to see more, like, high-powered, like, necromancer, lich type, uber brain kind of individuals running bad culty, like, bad guy organizations. I just don't think there's enough, like, lich guys running the shit, you know? Like, Skyrim tosses some in with the Dragon Priests, but I think Sea of Thieves tossed it in with the worms. Zombies overrated. Yeah, zombies are overrated. They've been in every media form, pretty much, as a dominant, I don't know if you want to call them, like, character trope, social critique, you know, whatever. I feel like zombies are played, man. I feel like we've seen almost every possible zombie movie, you know, and the fact that they are often used as kind of like a shorthand for like social movements that you disagree with, which is kind of like, if you think about Night of the Living Dead and other movies originally, like where this idea came from, I think that it's pretty fair to say that we've seen what zombies are for. I don't think we've seen nearly enough skeletons and liches and things like that, which is sounds almost like on its face, like, how is there a difference? But I really, really perceive there to be a big difference. Because skeletons generally, like, require somebody else pulling the strings, right? A zombie just kind of, like, either exists or just, like, does shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're just kind of semi-autonomous, you know, and they self-replicate through slapping on each other and booping. You know, skeletons, you don't go, oh, no, you were bit by a skeleton, now you're turning into one. But I'll tell you, you watch a movie like an old school, like Sinbad or like The Mummy, and the skeletons get up out of the tomb and it's guardians. That type of shit is so good. That's so good. Okay, so we're all on the same page on the overrated.